The queer ghost hunters comply.
Oh my God.
The rapid consumption of pizza in the QGH nerve center gives away the shock that the team just experienced. Mike Humphrey, a former inmate, is encouraging them to go back, but his words are not reassuring.
You had a guard killed right there in solitary, right as you walk into solitary where the curved wall is. His name is Frank Hanger. You may want to go in and talk to Frank tonight. He does talk to the people. 2 inmates got loose, they got hunks of pipes, and they beat him to death.
More pizza will be needed. 18 crusts later, the queer ghost hunters are ready to return to solitary confinement, also known as the Hole.
Is Frank Hanger down here?
Definitely when we were down in solitary in the first cell we were in, it was really thick, heavy feeling, very oppressive in there.
Could Susan be feeling residual energy from 1932? That's when inmate Elsa Chandler was locked up in this darkest part of the prison for 300 days. He ambushed the guard and beat him to death with an iron pipe.
I think his body was found under one of the beds.
Chandler and an accomplice were later executed in the electric chair. They have never come back. But people here believe the guard, Frank Hanger, is often here at the place of his murder.
Is this Frank? Are we talking to Frank right now? And he said yes, so.
Frank, we've been wanting to talk to you.
Yes, we have.
The team will attempt to capture electronic voice phenomena of anyone who is still down here.
Is there anybody here that was imprisoned in this cell?
Could any of the entities here be queer ghosts? An earlier investigation by the team has revealed graffiti of men who loved other men.
I mean, there's just tons of them in the air.
Holy cow.
Oh, yeah. There's Bumps and Flame and Carlisle and Bumps.
Bumps got around.
Bumps got around, for sure.
Hubby plus teddy bear.
Where's that? Hubby plus teddy bear.
But what has happened to the team's teddy bear, Scott? His contact with a queer arsonist who followed him home is getting more heated. In real life, Scott has suddenly quit Queer Ghost Hunters, and the producers are struggling to write him out of the show. Meanwhile, back in the Hole, capturing electronic voice phenomena is proving to be a slow process of playing back recordings because this type of paranormal activity can't be heard in real time.
And it went pretty well up until...
That's my stomach.
When you're trying to record EVPs, it's very quiet and it's very easy to pick up every single little noise.
Is there anybody here that was imprisoned in this cell?
That's my stomach.
It is.
Stomach.
It's the rule, you have to say it's you. It's like, that was me. But I was saying that every freaking minute.
And that's my gut.
It's your stomach.
The team videographer is beginning to be haunted by the pepperoni pizza.
Single slice of pizza, I'm all on my own. Sitting here on my bed, waiting by the telephone. I know that you want to eat me every day. Just because I'm in your mouth, it doesn't mean you're because I'm in your mouth, it doesn't mean you're gay.
I have to stop recording.
I was not in pain when I was there. It was just a more loud noise.
But Susan was in pain.
Susan was in pain. I didn't know that.
Susan was having some belly pain and, you know, just that feeling of tightness.
I don't think it was a pizza.
Stomach disturbances can indicate paranormal activity. It's called clairsentience.
When an entity gets nearby you, it could make you feel sick and nauseous.
They move to another cell to determine if it's the entities that are creating the gastrointestinal phenomenon.
Oh yeah, my stomach cramps like totally went away.
It did.
Mm-hmm. I feel much better.
Now the conversation with the slain prison guard can continue. Meanwhile, back at the
Was the attack on you provoked? So did you provoke the inmates?
And that's when the whole interview got shut down.
And in that moment, the dowsing rod stopped working, or like you couldn't get an answer.
He swam back out. I think I pissed him off. I'm not feeling him at all. I think I made him mad. When I asked if he provoked the prisoners.
Oh, because it made it seem like it was his fault, maybe?
No. Maybe he did something that provoked him. He didn't want to talk about it.
But then he also came across with the EVP recorder saying, the dowsing rods confirmed it, and then hear his voice say no. Made my little hair stand up on end on my neck, so it was pretty cool.
But one thing remains unresolved. Next, the queer ghost hunters trek to a bear festival in Vermont.
It's about time we went on the hunt for a new bear.
But end up making tea for lesbian witches.
Were you actually a witch?
Potentially. If you like pizza, I can come over. Extra cheese, if you say please. It's not delivery, it's just me and my super hot, tasty body. So you like P-I-C-C-A? Give me a call, I'll make your day. Single slice of pizza. Just because I'm in your mouth, it doesn't mean you're gay. Just because I'm in your mouth, it doesn't